My name is Mike Hackman. I work for Sage Payments, which is a division of Sage. I run business development, marketing, and product marketing.
So these days, small businesses would much rather just take cash or checks, right? But why is it important for them to take MasterCard and Visa, and is it hard for a small business, especially when they're starting out, to do that?
First of all, it's very important for small business to think credit, debit. Why? One is really relates to just customer service, customer satisfaction. Think about what customers carry in their wallet today. I mean, they're more carrying credit cards, debit cards than they are cash. Younger generations don't even know what a check is. So if you want to get good customer service, you better take credit card. It's really easy to get as a small business. Businesses like ourselves are set up to support small businesses and give you good support while you sign up for your merchant services.
So what's important in a payment processor? I mean, obviously one thing that small businesses are going to look at is really the cost, right? How do you get the lowest cost, but what are also the other kinds of things that small business should look at when they're looking at a payment processor?
Yeah, certainly cost is important, and I'd say most of us are competitive, but when you're really looking at this, you really got to think about service and support. Not all processors are the same in that particular area, and so that's a very important area. And you really need to balance between cost, technology, and service. And I would recommend when you're looking at processors and acquirers, that you really understand what the value proposition is, and not just their price.
And so one of the things that small businesses are concerned about is obviously the delay from the time that the charge goes through till it appears in your bank. What should they expect, and is there a way to shorten that?
In today's environment, you can go from anything from next day funding just to a couple of days. So the time gap between taking the credit card payment and actually receiving funds is quite small. And really, when you put it in the time frame of check, you look at check processing, you're going to go from anywhere from 1 to 3 days. So really, access to funds is not that much difference between check or credit card.
So one of the hottest topics now, obviously, is mobile, and mobile payments is something that every small business does, especially with all the apps on various iPhones or Androids. What should someone look for really in a mobile payment system so they can take credit cards?
Again, you really need to look beyond just the pizzazz, if you will, and there's several things. One, you need to look at security, and you need to look at security from the point of swipe all the way through the processing. One. Two, look at the overall technology, what's going on, and understand what they're doing from a business perspective. Like our company, we represent business solutions, so we're more than just taking the payment. We're actually connecting payment with the accounting software, so you're actually able to pull invoices from your accounting software and actually do business with them.
Which is so critical, because I know, having run many small businesses, it is a total nightmare to try to balance your credit card payments with what came into your accounting system. So it's really an advantage. Yep, let's pause it for once.